Knowing this fact about psychology makes you more emotionally intelligent than the majority of society. A lot of people have the love language of sharing knowledge, and with that knowledge, they share advice, unsolicited advice. Now, the intentions of the person giving the advice is good. They were trying to be helpful. And it's a very common scenario where you already know the advice, and hearing someone say that to you can feel belittling, a little shameful. Like, yes, I know it's easier said than done. The advice is simple, but it's not easy for me right now. And that first reaction of being upset, getting angry, that's the first response. I know I should be doing this. I know I could have done that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. It really doesn't help to be stuck in that mindset. I'm also guilty of giving unsolicited advice. My love language is acts of service and sharing knowledge because I highly appreciate it when I receive advice, unsolicited or not. So when I get unsolicited advice, I like to catch it and say, thanks for the reminder. I'll put the advice to good use when I'm actually able to put it to good use. Because I like to think that I have autonomy and at least a little bit of critical thinking, and someone giving me advice is not going to take that away from me. I am able to take on their advice, judge whether it's useful to me. If it's downright not useful to me, then just toss it aside, say thanks, much appreciated, and move on. Because bottom line is that person was just trying to help. Alternatively, you could tell them that you already know, but your current situation doesn't make it easy to actually use that advice. And that opens you up to another conversation where you might actually figure out the solution. And most commonly, the solution is to just talk about it out loud without trying to solve the problem. For the longest time, my love language was acts of service. People would come to me with problems, and there were many times where I just intuitively knew the solution. Happy days. I was able to share my love language, it was received well. And then other times, it got completely ignored. They got upset. I got upset. I felt like I felt worthless. I wasn't able to help till I figured out that I can give the act of service of just listening. And that was a really hard lesson to learn because I was quite an empath. So when you came to me with a problem, I would take on your problem as if it was my own. And that made me really upset, really helpless that I wasn't able to help. And that would send me into periods of isolation where I just felt shameful. And shame is the lowest vibration there is. A part of my healing journey was identifying where and why, how I was feeling shame, where I was coming from, where the other person was coming from, and identifying whether the situation needs action or just a friendly face to talk to. And to wrap up that video, next time you get unsolicited advice, check your ego. Don't be afraid to check their ego if it's really bad advice. And remember, if they are living a life that you don't want to live, why would you take their advice anyway?